My name is Isabella Santos, and I'm in 10th grade, and I've been a student athlete at AOSR for about 4 years.
Hi, my name is Gazulis. I'm also in 10th grade, and I've been an AOSR student athlete for 3 years. Our topic for AOSR TEDx Youth is about playing with purpose and not fear.
What really happens when fear takes over our brain?
I still remember that moment like it happened yesterday. I was sprinting my heart out, every breath loud in my ears. 10 seconds left on the clock. The score was tied 2-2, and it was a 1v1 with me and the goalie, a situation that could affect the whole game. My legs were shaking and my heart was racing through every single possible scenario that could happen. What if I trip, fall, and I can never play soccer again? Will my teammates be mad at me if I miss? 1,000 thoughts flooded my brain, but all I could do was take a deep breath and trust myself.
We've all been there, whether it's basketball, soccer, tennis, or even cheerleading. Overthinking happens to everyone. Whether it's your first year playing or it's been part of your life ever since you can remember, you've probably felt that pressure before. But here's the thing. Overthinking isn't just a small problem or a minor inconvenience. It can completely dull your performance and ruin your game.
It can turn a move you've practiced 1,000 times into something clumsy, awkward, and unfamiliar. Why does this happen? Because the moment our brains fill with self-doubt, our body stops doing what it trained to do. The confidence and flow you've worked so hard to get are replaced with a feeling of being uncertain and hesitation.
Remember when you first learned your sport, you had to think about everything. Where to place your feet, how to hold the ball, where to position your hands, and when to swing. But after hours and hours of practice, it finally became muscle memory. You didn't have to think about every motion. This is the power of muscle memory. It's like your brain's built-in cheat code. It stores thousands of movements and allows your body to move automatically.
But under pressure, when the crowd is loud and your favorite coach is watching and the game is on your line, something flips in your brain. It switches from automatic mode to manual mode. Instead of trusting your training and everything that you've worked hard for, your brain completely goes blank and it forgets what it practiced. So why does our brain stop working in the moments that we need it most?
Sport and performance psychologists have been studying this for decades. For example, Dr. Michael Jarvis, the leading NFL performance psychologist, says that the leading cause of overthinking comes from FOPO, fear of people's opinions.
Imagine this. It's 25-24 in your volleyball team's championship game. What's going through your brain? It's probably not, I've got this, or I'm going to help our team win. It's, what am I going to do if I mess up? Will my coach be mad at me? Will I never play again? Will my teammates hate me?
That's FOPO. Give me a sec. That's FOPO. Once your mind is tangled up into what others might think, you start to lose focus of what you can actually control. Your breath, your movement, and your training. Dr. Jarvis calls FOPO one of the greatest constrictors of human potential. It doesn't just affect our game, but it affects how we see ourselves, how we define success, and how we measure our own self-worth.
And this isn't only about sports, but it's about being student athletes. As student athletes, we have to manage school, like assignments, exams, homework, tests, quizzes, you name it, everything, like we have to do in school. And also everything with sports, like early morning practices, late afternoon practices, and everything wrapped up together is pressure from a lot of people on the outside and fear of people's opinions.
It doesn't just occur and happen during games. It follows us into classrooms, into tests, and into late night study sessions after practice. It makes us feel like we're never doing enough, even when we feel like we're giving it our all. That's FOPO, and why mental training is just as important as physical training.
FOPO shows up in many ways. Number 1, self-sabotage. Hesitation to learn new skills or try new things even though you know how to do it, like moves that you practiced many times.
Paralysis by analysis. For example, a tennis player is struggling to receive their opponent's serve because they're too occupied by focusing on their opponent's body positioning.
And negative spirals, letting one mistake affect the rest of your game or even the rest of your day. So how do we stop football from taking over?
First, we can stop worrying about what others might think and start playing with purpose. Once we replace fear with purpose and football with freedom, we can finally unlock our full potential and our passion, and finally unlock the joy we have for the sport we love.
Another way is by creating rituals. Bounce the ball twice before serving, listen to the same song before a race, and take a deep breath before your race. These routines in your brain help your body know what's going on, and it helps create routines that make sure your brain knows it's going to be okay.
Another way is by reframing pressure. Instead of thinking, I can't mess up, think, I can finally show off what I've been working in practice for so long. Or instead of thinking, what if I fail, think, I've got this, I know what I'm doing. This switch in mindset can change fear into opportunity.
And most importantly, remember this: mistakes do not define you. Losing a race, forgetting your routine, or misstarting on the block doesn't put away all the hard work that you've worked for your whole life in some situations. If anything, mistakes are proof that you're trying. And the athletes who go professional long term aren't always the ones who never succeed, or aren't always the ones who never overthink, but they're the ones who learn to not let overthinking control them and play with purpose.
Michael Jordan once said, I will tell players to relax and never think about what's at stake. Just think about the basketball game. If you start to think about who's going to win the championship, you've lost your focus. Even one of the greatest athletes of all time had to learn how to stop overthinking and just trust himself.
So next time you're on that starting line, it's your turn to serve, or you're about to score your team's winning penalty kick, I challenge you to play with purpose and trust your guts, because sometimes the best performances happen when you don't think and you just play.
Don't let overthinking and football win, and play with passion and purpose and not fear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.